Okay, so Wezmoto Braided Brakelines. Oh, pardon me. Nice blue sheath over it. So it kind of gives away what colour this is going in the future. So let's get them fitted. Get rid of that thing. I need brake cleaner as I'm in there. Bollocks! Do you want to put the phone down? It's for a bike, like, so it's alright. I'll go and pay daft prices. I'd rather have something that says motorbike on it, like. Ah, you fucker! Ah! Screen wash in the eyes. Oh. Yeah, I'm not paying £12 for brake fluid. Well, I didn't want to come to Halfords. I've got one choice left, which is technically my second choice, but went to replace with braided lines, went and picked up my brake fluid, just quarter of a bottle. I went, no, that's not going to do it. Spot on. It's better than paying £12 in Halfords. Yeah, I thought I like going in there just to see the price difference. Cheers. Well, like a dickhead, I forgot to press the button when fitting the first one. Well, right, so you haven't seen me fit the first one, but it's quite simple because you've taken one off, so you should be able to figure out where the second one goes. Obviously, you're replacing all your banjo bolts. You must replace, well, you should replace them, but you definitely have to replace your copper washers. Depends what you're doing though. You know, if you're replacing them, you get new banjos, so you're going to replace them. Right, so what I was going to do next is bleed it. As you can see, I've got access into the master cylinder reservoir. Need a screwdriver to undo it. And which brake fluid am I going to use? I've just got some of that because I couldn't get any of this. So something's better than nothing. And I was not paying £12 for motorbike stuff in Halfords. Oh, dude, what's it? What's we call it? Whatever you do, don't get any of that on your paint because it is some nasty shit when it gets to paint. Right. So when bleeding, I haven't got the right size spanner, have I? Oh, yes I have. Yeah, that's got to be loose enough. Now you can do this with just a jam jar and a hose, and every time you press down on your lever, you undo the bolt, and then when you reach the bottom, tighten it back up again, then you can release. That way, everything just goes that way. But I have this little nice bit of kit. This is because of the classic cars we do. And you can just, is that split? No. What you can do is do it all one-handed in a way, which is great for cars, you see, because obviously you can't be in the front wheel well and operate brakes on your own. So this allows you to do that. Right, so now that's full of fluid. There's a little bit of air there. As I push down, release, push down, release, tighten, let go, push down, release, tighten, let go, push down, release. You can see where this is going. This takes some time. What I haven't done, I haven't shown you the front end because I haven't done the front end yet. Now, this is a race brake setup. Normally you have one hose, well, I'm not saying, well yeah, if you have two calipers, chances are you'll have one hose comes down from your master cylinder, down into a splitter, and then down onto each side. Now, because of race regulations, you can get race kits, you're not allowed to have your splitter below your bottom yoke. This is obviously below. So there's a couple of ways to get around it. One of them is this: you use two braided hoses down, one onto each side, which is what I've gone for. So, stick that on there for now. I got 12, 14. That's not a 14. The new ones are 14s. The Yamaha ones are 12mm. Just crack it off. Allow it so air can get in. Oh, you always want like a little tub or something to catch the crap that will come out of this, because there's nothing you can do with it. It's useless once it's used. Fucking hell, that's... Never hit your spanners with a hammer, but you can hit it with that bit. You can already see there's crap coming out of that. Yeah, that's tight. Undo all the little clips going up each side. Make sure you have a tray or something, and everything that you're not going to reuse you throw into it, because you don't want to use them again. Right, so on this, it's electronic brake speedo sensor, so I need to disconnect them. Right, now while I'm doing that, I'm just looking at what bolts are holding on that splitter, and they look like 8mm to me. Okay, so that comes off there. Let's have a look. Now it comes with this little sheath which was protecting that wire, so I will come up with something for that later. See, that stuff like that you want to put to one side, because you never know. And then undo this 14mm, 12mm, whatever I said it was before. Make sure your surfaces are clean. Quite a lot of brake fluid coming out of that, so I'm just going to jam a bit of paper in, and I really don't advise doing that, but careful of getting caught in any wires like I just did. And there it is off. Okay, so I've got two here. What you'll notice is one is actually slightly longer than the other, only a little bit, and your longer one is for the left hand side of the bike. Right, the top is completely straight and the bottom ones have a little kink in it, so there's a little kink, so it's to go down that way. So one banjo bolt, washer on, one washer in the hand. Bolt, washer, banjo fitting, washer, whoop, and get it screwed in. Now you don't need to nip them up just yet, as long as you remember to nip them up later. Start routing your cable, so your hose. Now, I have noticed that the twist is a bit out, you know what I mean? So as things twist, not always perfectly lined up. Oh, there is actually a kink in that end. Let's have a look on this one. Kink in that. Hi, kink in both sides. Yeah, I've got kinky hoses. Woohoo! And same on this side. Oh, So the reason I'm spinning it is because of the kink. I now want the kink to face out, but that's going to put a twist in it. So I don't want to... Okay, so putting that kink so it faces in is probably actually better. Because then it's not sticking out. So yeah, actually that's the correct way to do it. I've been a dick. And now when that comes up there, it sits nicely there. Yeah, that was my cock up. There seems a difference between the two calipers in the sense of where this bar is. So what I'm going to do is stick that there. Ah, that's to stop it twisting. I get it now. Which is why there's a difference. It isn't to protect it. So as you tighten, it doesn't flail all over that way. Right, so after that shenanigans, these are now facing the right way. Banjo, washer. So this probably is going to take some editing down. But if I make these mistakes and you watch me make these mistakes, it means you don't make the mistakes. There we go. So all I now need to do is route these cables, these hoses, sorry. I keep saying hoses instead of cables. These are too long. Now I did ask him to put extra length on for me, but there's a lot of extra length. I maybe should have just gone for the standard, but he did say he adds 50mm for rentals. They're not going to catch. I'll make something up here to hold these. What I might use is, I've got some hose clip type things somewhere. Or I could just chop this up and make, you know, if I cut it like that, sit it like that, as long as I smooth off the edges and stuff, it'll make one for each side. So yeah, that's that installed, and now I've just got to bleed them the same way I did before, taking off the little rubber doodad. Okay, so as I'm squeezing this, you can see I'm getting bubbles through, which isn't a bad thing. It means that air is coming through. I just need to keep going at it. It's kind of like completely airlocked at the moment, that's the problem. So I'll just keep doing this for a while. Okay, so like a dickhead, I didn't press the buttons right. Right, after you've done your brakes, you've got to give it a wash down. I'm using a snow lance gun, snow foam gun. That's my old one that got broken, so I should really bin that. And that's my new one. If you see these on eBay, you do need a O-ring up the top. And then this is Rhino goo. I've used it in a spray bottle. That spray bottle. I just poured it into that bottle. And it's worked quite well. So I've just tried it in the little foamy gun, because it kind of gets more places. So that's just sorting out now. It took me a lot longer to do that than I thought. I just couldn't get the air through it. I don't know why. But yeah, it's sorted now. So if you do this job, when you next take that bike out, be a little bit more careful on the brakes. Because obviously old brake lines, they were 17-year-old. There's nothing for that. I'll stick it on there till later. They start to not perish. I don't know, perish might be the right word. But they're not as good as the day they were new, you know. 17-year-old rubber, you wouldn't put a 17-year-old rubber on you, but John Thompson, would you? So why would you want to protect your life with it? So for, what was it, 60 quid I got them, which, let's be honest, for brake lines is nout. That's all three. Everyone kind of talks about going with hell and stuff like that. Now, I have read somewhere, I'm not saying it's true, I don't know, but I have read that Wes used to work for Hell Brakelines, or at least used to go down there and make his. So, are you just paying for a name at that point? That turned out to be useless, I just did it the old-fashioned way. So yeah, I've got a hell of a lot of tidying up because